Hello everyone and welcome. It's Marcie Besecker. I am an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. And I think I'm signing on just a tad bit early, but that's okay because I've been gone for a while. How is everybody? Good evening, Laura. I'm a little bit early because my phone says hurry up, go live, it's time, but my computer says it's not time yet. So I just decided to come on. So people will be jumping on and I'm just going to give you a few updates. Hi, Carol Ann, welcome. Hi, Tashana. So I had quite the week and I meant to post pictures down below, but hopefully if you guys are on my Facebook page, my business page is Marcie Besecker Designs on Facebook. So please go over there. Nola, I had an amazing time. Thank you, Laura. Lancaster, hello, Jan. Well, so we went to Palm Springs to a wedding. It was a beautiful wedding. Please do, after the video, go over to my Facebook page, Marcie Besecker Designs. I posted pictures of my grandson. We had a wonderful time at Disneyland, and we had a wonderful time at a wedding. The whole bridal party jumped into the pool at the end of the night, wedding gowns, dresses, and all. It was a blast. And then the bride is a huge Disneyland fan. So we all went to Disneyland, all meaning my son, daughter-in-law, my grandson, my husband and I, and then the bride and groom, which is the sister of my daughter-in-law. Anyway, so we had a wonderful time. My grandson, if you see the video, I hope I posted it on that page. If I didn't, I'll do it tonight. But his face on the teacups, which not my cup of tea. Huh. Anyway, that's how he was the whole Disneyland trip. We were as safe as we could be. We are vaccinated. I'll just say we didn't touch bars, rails, anything we couldn't touch or didn't want to touch. We used antibacterial. We wore a mask inside. We tried to follow all the rules, and we did a little shopping. So, oh, good, Mary. I'm glad you saw it. It was a lot of fun. Hi, Danielle. So, Laura, I tried to get over to see you, but our schedule was super crazy. There was things we wanted to do we didn't even get to. Hi, Gloria. How are you? So, anyway, we had a wonderful time, and I am so glad to be home. One day was like 20,000 steps, and that is way over my limit. The other day was like 13,000, and for me, I was tired. Anyway, so I didn't even write a list of things we need to go over. That's how bad it is, but that's okay. Couple main topics. First off is Tuesday is my October bingo, and it is going to be a lot of fun. It's my birthday bingo, so I will be giving more than just the bingo prizes away just because it's my birthday and I can if I want to. Okay, so we're going to be doing that, and I want to show you one of the projects so bad, but I'm not going to. And I have decided, and I'm going to announce it again during bingo, that I am going to start putting a cutoff date. I wasn't going to, but I really want to get your kits out as soon as possible, and I'm creating kits today with some extras, and the last 2 months have proven that people come in at the last minute and purchase, which I'm fine with, but I really want to get my kits out to everybody. And because I'm leaving on the 23rd, I'm not going to have a lot of time. So I have decided that I'm going to start putting a cutoff date for the purchase of bingo, which will be right before bingo, like 5 days, 7 days ahead of time, just so I don't care if you sign up and then tell me you're going to pay day of. That's fine. I just kind of need a head count so I can get the kits prepped and your goodies purchased and that kind of thing, so I can get them out. Bingo is still new to me, and I still don't have, you know, like a big group, but I'm still trying to make it as efficient for you that I can. Thanks, Bonnie. Oh, Gloria, have fun. Hi, Perry. Hi, Linda. Okay, so that being said, even like I said, even if you have to pay at a later date, I'm fine with that, as long as it's before bingo, and then I can count you in the kit count. So that just helps me get your kits to you faster. And that's what I like to do, especially because I'm finding that I'm stressing out, especially because I was gone this last week, and then I'm leaving on the 23rd, and I don't want to stress over it, and I don't want you to have to wait for your kits. So I hope that makes sense to you. All right. So that would be bingo on Tuesday. I still have kits. So I have prepped your kits, and I made 10 extra. So I will be going online tonight and switching it to being available X amount. And as soon as I know that there is X amount available, like if 3 sell before the end of the video, I'll change it to 7 and that kind of thing. So I did make some extra for this one, and you will be glad you're in it. That's all I can say. It's going to be really fun, and I've got some really great projects. Okay, next. What is this? Oh, that's a sneak peek for October's bingo. The item on the bottom, I'm trying to look, the bottom left is going to be the 3D project. Okay, that's all I can say. That's the 3D project, and you're going to get some goodies with that project, and that's all I'm going to tell you. All right. Going. Eden's Garden is new. It will be available for customers on November 2nd. And this will be my November bingo. So if you're interested in my November bingo, you can purchase the bingo like normal for $35, or for $97 you can get the bundle. I didn't include the suite, although now the gems are available. I will still purchase the suite for you if you'd like. Just let me know. But I posted it as the bundle just because the gems weren't available, but now they are. And so we will kind of work that out. If you decide you want the whole collection, I can definitely do that for you. And this is a little bit better picture. The paper is so pretty. I have it. I just got it because, of course, I was gone when it came in. I ordered the gems today, so hopefully as soon as they're in, I'll show you the whole suite and we'll do something with it. But I want to get the gems in first. I'm sure you guys have already been taking sneak peeks at that. Yes, the gems are available today, so don't forget to get those. Okay, here is my host code for October. I am going to be doing a drawing for all orders in October. So, because, you know, it's my birthday. Okay. What else? Let me think. I feel like I am so out of it, but I am excited about today's project. Okay, so here's kind of a little tidbit of what's going on. We are doing Whip It Up Wednesday, and I've gotten several requests. One of the requests was doing a background, and I love doing backgrounds. You guys know I love to do that. So what I've decided to do is I am working on a project that has to do with a background. But the background's not for cards, and that's all I can say right now. But so I'm going to recreate this background for you. I've been working on it for a while, obviously set aside for a while. Oh, thanks to Shauna. I'm like, woo! I've been watching my grandson every morning. I got to have my vitamins. And he leaves. I usually watch him until about 1 o'clock, but Wednesdays my helper comes, Stephanie, and she helped me prep kits today and stuff. And so Wednesdays he goes at noon. He goes back home, and so I'm like, ooh, I got to craft today. I'm so excited. Okay, now where was I? So I'm working on this project, and so I've been working on it for a little while, and so I'm going to recreate that background because I really love it, and then we're going to create cards with it. That's the whip it up part, because I have no idea what we're going to do. I have a thought about it, but that's it. So let's just get busy and get started. So switching, we're going to go with some basic white, and we are going to use dahlias. Now, I know it's expired. I know dahlias are not around anymore, but these are absolutely gorgeous. And this is what I've been working on, and so we're going to use them. I know you have them, so let's use them, right? So we're just going to go ahead and use this side here. We might as well mount this up here. We're going to use these leaves. We're going to use this little guy right here. And we are going to use this flower here. So we're going to put all of these on our blocks, and I think that is it for our background. Hi, Katie. I just gave some comments and some updates and different things. We are also going to use, and I'm trying to decide which one I used. And okay, so in the description, I kind of wrote some different supplies and ideas of what I was going to use. And so Gorgeous Leaves has this one, and Color and Contour has this one. And I believe I was using the Gorgeous Leaves. But I wanted to show you some different options of what you could use. But we're going to go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to put that on a block. And so we are ready to go. So I wrote Color and Contour at the bottom. It's just an option. And I have some other ideas, so we'll kind of play with that as we go. Because this is a photopolymer set, I'm going to go ahead and bring in 2 of my mats here that I like to use. Set and die will cost. So Patricia, I know that the bundle, I think, is like 62-ish off the top of my head, because I'm charging 97 for bingo and that. That's shipping and tax also for where I'm at. And of course, I don't charge shipping to you, just to me if you purchase it through me. And then but the whole suite, I believe, is 82. So I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Where can I find an order number for Eden's Garden? Laura, for customers, it's available November 2nd. And for demonstrators, it's on the very top of the portal when you sign in. You can click on it and find all the information. So November 2nd, you'll see more details about it. All right, so let's get going. We are going to do some different colors here. These are the colors that I have chosen. So Magenta Madness, Pumpkin Pie, Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz. Let's just switch this. Mossy Meadow, and then Crumb Cake. So these are the colors that I have chosen. Okay. We are going to start out with Pumpkin Pie and Magenta. And let's go. And this might be a little longer video, I know, because I'm going to create this whole paper for you. Instead of, I was going to just pull my old one out, but, you know. So that's paper pumpkin. That is Pumpkin Pie. And then Magenta Madness, I'm going to take, you can see I kind of did my re-inkers. And then just kind of go around. You don't need a whole lot. I like to start more in the middle. Okay, and the thing is, see, you just have a little bit, so I probably need a little bit more, which is fine. Thank you, Nola. All right, so we're going to wipe that off because we don't want to blend our colors, right? And now we're going to do our pumpkin pie again. And I like to kind of squish it in there because this one is not newly inked. And then I'm going to add some more. Once this starts getting wet, you don't want to daub it quite as much because it will be really a lot of pink on it. But we're going to go ahead and add some kind of all over. And you want them fairly close because remember, we're going to cut this up. And so you want to make sure you get some dahlias on all of them. Oh, thanks, Tashana. All right, so see how that one has more red? It looks red, but it's actually the Magenta Madness. Okay, so I'm just going to keep doing this with our flowers. I know we're having leftovers tonight, and I planned it all out. Okay, so just kind of, you don't want it super close together, and you can move this over so you get a good image. And to me, it's a background. It does not have to be, you know, perfect. Hi, Sharon. So see, I wish this one had a little more red, but we're not going to stress over it. That's probably right where the paper is going to be cut, so no worries. Okay. And you pretty much get rid of the Magenta Madness when you stamp it, but I still like to wipe it off just in case. All right, so we're going to go right here. And then you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in this piece of paper, because you know I'm going to want to go off the edge over here. All right, here we go again. Here we are again with the Magenta Madness. I should put it over here. And then just kind of dab. Okay, I'm going to go off a little bit, because we still have other things that we want to fill in the center. And you can tell right here where I kind of took the dauber and I moved it off because it has like a swish mark. So be careful not to do that. I shouldn't have done that. And so when you pounce it, you want to actually pounce it up and down like this and not rub on it like I just did. All right, so we're going to move this over, and I'm going to go right there. And again, it's a background, doesn't have to be perfect, but I kind of like to try to get, especially the main image, like a really good image there. Please don't forget to like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. I am only like 84 away from 5,000 subscribers. So I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe and share and all that good stuff. Now remember when this gets cut down, I kind of want a flower over there. Even though there's going to be other items, we're going to take this over here, this corner, and I'm going to get another baby wipe, because this is what happens when you keep picking up the baby wipe that's all orange. All right, so orange again, and I'm going to make sure I pick up a little more of the pink. I want it a little darker right here. Add a little extra, and we're just going to go right off the edge. Ooh, see how pretty and deep that is? So the more, you know, the deeper it is, the darker it is, the more you dab on here. So it kind of comes out really nice. Okay, and you could pick up this stamp pad also, but I kind of really want to smush it in there. And then use this. You know, Katie, how I came up with this is I really like Mango Melody. You guys have probably seen me use it before. Mango Melody and what was the other one I used a lot? With Flirty Flamingo. And I've also used it with Polished Pink, and I used to use it with lipstick. But I wanted something that was a little more fall. And so I just, oops, okay, so it just kind of landed here. So this is where we're going, which is probably just fine. Okay. So I wanted something a little more fall. So I decided to go a little darker with the pumpkin pie. And then I was like, all right, well, what color? I didn't want to use real red because I just thought that was just too dark. And so I kind of played around with it and ended up with this one. And I liked it because it looked a little more fall. Yet kind of bright, like I like the other one, the magenta, or the Mango Melody and those. So to me, it kind of gave it still a nice bright color, but kind of a fallish. All right, so we're gonna almost done with the large ones, and then the little ones will be a little faster. All right, and I want to really add a lot on here. Again, pull that off. And going off this side of the page, of course, is really kind of makes it, because remember, you're going to cut these. And so you don't want it to just have one or two pieces. You want it to look like it's a full piece of paper. So make sure, even though we're adding a lot of other stuff in there, I like to really make sure that your large images are fairly close together so you can get a little bit of everything on it. I'm working on customer gifts and Christmas cards and all in between everything else. And yes, I did take some crafting with me. Oh, Katie, yeah, I love this. Hi, Olivia. Okay, so I think I'm going to do one other just tiny, tiny one right there. So I'm going to open this up. One more. And I'm off to my birthday retreat, my upline, Sherry, and it's her birthday and my birthday, so we're gonna do a birthday retreat, and we got an Airbnb, and we're gonna do some stamping. And okay, I think that's good because we're gonna cut this down a little bit and we're gonna add a lot. So let me just try and clean off some of this so that it, okay, good enough for right now. So we have projects galore planned, so we're going to have a lot of fun. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take these and we're going to do the same thing. Orange, and I just dab it a little in the center and add some flowers. Okay, so, and again, wipe it off. Just kind of dab it and add some flowers. Look how pretty that is. And we're going to do a lot of other stuff to this, so don't worry about it, you know, you thinking, oh, there's a lot of flowers on here that it's all the same color. Don't worry. We did do a few more to make them close, but that's okay. You really are going to get a lot of other stuff on here. So you like how I have my baby wipe here. Okay, and I'm just going to, oh, that was right in the middle of a crack. So I'm going to slide this over with my image on it, I hope. There we go. And then see how I'm just wiping it off there. Back in the orange. This in the pink. Okay. Just make sure you're on the lines. And I'm kind of trying to go closely in the middle of the flowers. That way I have enough room to put the leaves everywhere. So I'm going to line these back up. Okay. So that way the leaves are bigger, so they're going to kind of go in between. All right, so we're going to go there, and I'm going to go right here. I love this stamp set. Gosh, I hope they bring it back. And I don't mind putting two together. I think that kind of draws your eye to them a little bit more. And to me, the flowers are like the main thing, even though this is really going to be a background. It's kind of a background. We're going to use it in some different ways. I have some different ideas. All right, we're just going to add that there. So again, kind of get you'll get a rhythm going here. Like I didn't do this the first time. I find that I never use that always. Oh, Linda, I haven't used it yet. Oh, good, Shauna. I hope you do. Yeah, I don't think I've used the outline. I think I tried it when I first got it, and then I was like, yeah, no. And I just kind of, yeah, I have not used it. See, this one kind of came out light, so I think I need to put some color over here. We'll just set that one right next to it. All right, I'm going to do one like right there. And I know we're going to have to trim this paper down, but I don't ever think, oh, I'm not going to put anything there because I'm going to cut that off anyway. I don't like to do that because it looks just more realistic, I think, if you do put something like that. And then when you do cut it, you still have all your images on here. See, there's a big old empty space over here. There's a big empty space right there, so I think I'm going to do one right here. And one right there. Okay, I think we're going to stop with that for right now. We may come back to that, but for now, we're going to just put that aside. Okay, so the next thing I did is, I'm going to pull in the Pear Pizzazz and the Old Olive. I like to do things in multiple colors so that it looks like it's a little blended and it's not just one color. So we're going to bring in Pear Pizzazz as my main color. All right. And then Old Olive as the other color. So we're going to ink up Pear Pizzazz. We're going to take Old Olive and just kind of go down the sides and on the bottom a little bit. And then I just like to, I'm going to put one right there, and see, it's not dark enough. So I'm going to do this again, and then I'm really going to ink this up, and then there we go. I should stamp off first, right, so I can see where I'm at. All right, so let's put that there. See how now it looks a little bit of a variegation? So I'm going to start on this side, I think, and we'll work on the outside. Now, this is darker, but really, if you watch when I stamp it off, you really can't even tell that dark's on there, so I don't wipe this one off. Okay, so I'm just going to go in here with Pear Pizzazz. I'm going to grab Old Olive and just kind of put my image on there. And this one I'm going to kind of go off the edge. Okay. And now I'm going to Pear Pizzazz again. And I'm going to Old Olive. And I'm just kind of doing the base and up one of the sides there. And I'm just kind of trying to come out of the flowers, like make it kind of look like it's coming out of the flowers. And then I'm going to do that until it's kind of evenly all over the place. So just take this again. I know both of my kids have so much stuff going on today. You know, my son moved here. Well, today's his first day of his job officially. He started back, but you know, federal. So of course The HR person was off that day and he was hanging around waiting, and then his supervisor said, you know what, go home. I don't know what's going on. She's not even here today. And so then we went on vacation, and so today was officially his first day. So it's kind of funny. He'll probably call me because then he said something like, he was told his wife, well, they don't know what's going on. So he's a little like, well, I guess this is federal. He goes, it reminds me of when I was in the Army. Same kind of thing. Nobody knows what's going on. All right, so I'm just going to keep adding. So see how they're kind of evenly? That way when we cut it up, it shows up on everything. All right. So again, I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to kind of come in like this. I just want to add some green there. I can't wait to see what we make with this, because I'm really just kind of, well, you know, whipping it up on Wednesday because I'm not sure. I have some idea, but all right, so let's go over here. And it might be kind of hard to, well, I guess you can see the variegation colors. I just want to make sure you can see them. And so I just add, I'm going to add another one over here. And Pear Pizzazz and Olive are pretty darn close, so that's why I don't wipe it off before I move on and add it again, because it's so close. I'm not too worried about it. All right. Oh, thanks, Bonnie. The leaf is from, where did my stamp set go? The leaf is from the, oh, here we go. The Delicate Dahlia. So it's this right here. I'm not using that out, any of these outlines. I'm using these here and this little one here. All right. Thanks, Linda. I love doing backgrounds. I don't do them enough. I used to do them all the time, but it just seems like, honestly, Stampin' Up gives you so much to work with that, and their DSP is stunning. So it's kind of like, oh, I'll just use theirs because it's so pretty, but I really do love it. The one I really loved is Beautiful Friendship. Oh, I loved making backgrounds with that one. So pretty. All right, I think let's do this one, like right here. And see, to me, it really doesn't matter if it goes over the other flowers. You don't want to do a lot of that because it kind of gets messy looking. I'll show you the one I tried doing with Eden's Garden, and I know that I'll try it again, but my first attempt was like, oh, I don't know about that, but I'll show you what I did. And I tried it just because I got the new set when I got back, and then when somebody had requested the background, I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll try that again. But then I thought, oh, you know what, I've been kind of playing with this and I really like it. So okay, so right now I could even just kind of go like that and pick a little up. Okay, so see, it's not that bad if you're just kind of picking up an edge. Go back in, pick up a little bit, and then just kind of go there. And I'm going to, now I just kind of look at it, make sure there's a little bit of green on all the edges, and make sure there's just kind of evenly throughout. And I think I'm good with this one now. Thanks, guys. All right. Now, what we're going to do is get our Mossy Meadow. Oh, I don't think I wiped this off. I just like to kind of wipe them off, and then I wipe them off again before I'm done. Okay, so this little guy right here, the little leaf, I'm going to take Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to try to go around the little flowers, and I'm going to do a dark and a second generation. Okay, so 1 and 2. So 1 and 2. And they don't have to be right in the crack of the leaf or anything like that. You know, just kind of. I try to get it close. And like there's a space over here. So I'm going to do another one on this side. Okay, so just kind of find where your spaces are. And there's a space like over here. And then if you're over here, like where the green's at, like see there's a lot of green right here. So what I would do is I'm going to choose to do the darker this way and the lighter this way, so that it doesn't have the two darks like butting up against each other. So this is Mossy Meadow. We're just adding, oh see, I just went against my rule right there because I was thinking about where am I going to do it with this flower. So I'm going to do the dark and then the light. And then see, we're going to have other spots to fill stuff in, and that's fine. We'll get to that. And then I'm going to do the dark and the light. And right here, I'm going to do dark because it's on the page, and light to the edge. And I'm going to do this one like this. So just kind of keep making sure you put your flowers, your leaves all over. And this one. And this is just kind of helping you fill in your spaces. Oh, Mary. I hope it came back. All right, so let's see. We're going to do this one and this one. And I'm going to do another one over here, just to fill in that corner a little bit. Oh, this one kind of didn't stamp all the way. That's okay. We're going to go closer. And really there's, I mean, there is too many. You don't want to put like more than, you know, 2 sets on a flower and get too crazy. Like there's a hole over here, so I'm going to do it. So I'm just filling in a few holes. But we have more stuff to fill in, you know, use to fill in, so don't worry about that. And then we can always go back and add more flowers or more leaves or whatever. So just kind of, you know, turn it around. Make sure every flower has some leaves right here. And then on the edge, you can just go ahead and add like it's coming off, like you have flowers down there below. So don't forget, you can do that. Oh, good, Laura. Hi, Cheryl. Oh, Deborah, you are so welcome. All right, so I'm going to just do some here. And like I said, you know that's probably going to be cut off, but I'm okay. Just kind of make sure that that all of your flowers get something. All right, let's take a look. know you guys are probably like, right there, right there. Oh yeah, see, here's one. Oh, this one has 2 already. 2, 2. And they don't have to have 2, but I like it if, like this one right here, I could put a couple over here. Just right there. Okay. Let's leave that for right now. You know me. Okay, now let's leave it. What size of paper are you stamping on? Oh, this is just 8.5 by 11. Yep, 8.5 by 11. Okay, I'm going to go back in, and I think I'm not. I think I'm not going to go back in. I think it looks fine. All right, so now we're going to bring in our gorgeous leaf piece, and you want something light. You want something that's going to fill in spaces, but you don't want it to be too dark. So I believe, let me make sure. I can move these now, but I'm going to leave this on here so I can stamp. Look how pretty that looks. Even on my scratch paper. Okay, so now, right, I want a shirt with this. Okay, now I'm going to stamp off and stamp on. And I think I decided I didn't need to stamp off. That's what happened. So we're just going to stamp on. You're just going to fill in your white spots. See how I went with the shape of this? It's longer. You don't want a whole bunch of stamping on top of each other, but you want to kind of fill in your white spots. It doesn't have to be, it just makes it look like it's in the background, and you kind of want it all over. So just kind of find your spot. And like I said, it doesn't have to be all only in the background. You can stamp on top of your flowers. It's not a big deal. All right, so just keep filling in all that open white spot. All right, and especially if you go over the leaves, because they've got all that open space, like right here, and now it just looks like it's in the background. Here's some of the space, and you don't have to fill it all up completely, but I like to kind of make sure it's kind of all over everywhere, so that it just kind of looks like you stamped on top of a canvas with this print. Now see, this one's really light because that was the first one I did, so I am going to go back over it, and it looks fine. Okay, so there is our paper. I think we're good with that. I don't think we need to do any more, and I'm fibbing because I'm thinking I'm going to add there's some empty spaces that are a little too empty for me. So I'm going to go back with our flower. Just because once I cut it up, wouldn't that be great, Mackenzie? I love it. What colors are you using? So I'm using Pear and Old Olive, Pear Pizzazz and Old Olive for the leaves. Crumb Cake was the background here. Mossy Meadow was the darker, and the flowers are Pumpkin Pie and Magenta Madness. So we're going to do I'm going to make sure I get that good. And then I'm going to add the pink in the middle, and I'm just going to stamp right there. Okay, I think it just fills it in a little bit, and see how it's okay that we did it after the fact, because we're doing it right on where the crumb cake was. But there's a couple that I just want to fill in a little bit. And I think I'll do one more. And now I'm thinking, oh, it looks okay. I don't really have to, but I'm going to. We're going to put it right there. All right, so doing that. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. Doing that, I think I need to add a little bit more green leaves. Now you guys can see what my thought process is. It's like, oh wait, that's not enough. I got to keep going. And that's kind of how I how I do my stuff when I can't stop and I have to keep going. But I just have to, because now these flowers, like this one, could use another leaf right there. My new flower, of course, could use some leaves right here. And I think we're gonna do some over here, even though they're right up against the green. That's okay. They pile on top of each other, right? And then this one, I think we're gonna do this. And we're going to do that one. Okay. All right. That's it. That's all we're doing. Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay, now don't cringe, but we are going to cut it. Yeah, yes. I don't know what we're doing yet, but we're going to cut it. All right. Yay. So the first thing I would tell you is I'm going to put a liner around this. So I want this to be 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to do this by 5. All right. I'm changing my mind. We're going to do 5 1/2, just like I normally would, because what strip we're going to cut off, we're going to use for the inside. Ooh, cut it. All right, so there's that. And then we're going to go by 4 1/4. Ooh, wrong one. By 4 1/4. Look how pretty those are. All right, and then we're going to take this one. So what you want to do is take some different colors and just kind of play with them. If you have a color coach, kind of play with your colors and just kind of decide on, you know, what you're looking for. Like you can even take some blues and greens, or, you know, colors that make purple. Once you mix them up, they look purple. You know, just play with them until you get the color you want. Oh, okay, now we're going to cut them down. So before you cut to 4, okay, because that's going to make that shorter. Before you cut to 4, I like to cut at 5 1/4. And it depends if we're doing landscape or if you're going to be doing portrait, okay? So if we're going to do portrait, then I want you to cut this off before you cut this off, okay? Keep in mind that you want this to be 4, or give you that little extra when you tape it on. And then also look at your image and say, okay, well, here's 3 big flowers. There's some space here we can cut off, but you're going to be losing this. And then you're going to just have this like right here. Whereas if you cut this off, you're cutting part of a flower and part of this, but you still have a nice evenly amount all over. So I'm going to cut it like this. I want this longer. So I'm going to do 5 1/4. No, I'm going to do 5. No, let me think. I want more of this to show. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 1/8 of an inch. So I'm going to do 5. I'm going to do 5 1/4 by 4. And then on my other paper, I will do differently. So watch what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do by 4. Okay, so these strips I'm keeping, okay, because we can add that to something. So keep your strips. So see how you still have that? So think about that when you're cutting them down. So I'm going to cut them. I am going to cut, one of them I'm not cutting like that. So let me think. I think this one I'll cut up. So look at all your images and see which ones, like, if you're like, this one, see, this one has a lot of space. So I'm going to cut that one up. I'm going to cut this one to 4. Okay, see how this one's busier over here? So I'm going to cut this one by 4. It's not that much that you're cutting off. Right, and then this is busy down here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut, let's see, by 5 1/4. So I just like to look and see what's going to be cut off, and I think I better cut off this side because it's busier down there, which is fine. You're not even going to notice that little piece missing. See how it's still busy? So that's what I like to do. All right, so this is the one I set aside, yeah. And I'm going to leave this one like this right now too, because I'm not really sure what I'm doing with them yet. I do know that the first card, which I think is going to be this one, I am going to do Pear Pizzazz behind it. So I'm going to do 5, this was 5 1/4, so I'm going to do 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we'll just layer this up right on top of it. And it's going to go on top of a 5 1/2. That beeping noise is our door now that my grandson is here. And when my granddaughter came, we decided, you know what, let's leave the beeping on our doors on because we have a pool. And we wanted to make sure that we know if they're going to go outside. All right, so let's do this. This is just going to be real basic, but I like this card. Okay. All right, so there's our card. There's this. I'm going to take some ribbon. So let's glue this. Thanks, Kathy. We're just starting the card making. We did some DSP, and now we're just going to kind of come up with some card making. I have a lot of white right here, which is probably where my sentiment's going to be. So I am just going to put this on right like this. Give it a little tiny border. And I like to put the white behind it because it really makes it pop. Okay, and there's just a little bit of white, but I just look how pretty that is. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do, because I just love ribbons, I might do it differently. I might do the ribbon up here, the bow up here. So let's do this. Okay, so you know how I like to make my ribbon. I'm going to do a triple because this ribbon is very thin. So I'm going to do this and this and this. So we're going to cut it about here. So if you guys saw what I did, I know you've seen me before if you follow me. I like to make my triple ribbon just like I do on my videos. And then I hold it so that's as if I tied it. And then I put my hand where I want the bow. And then I'm going to put this around and I want another tail to go on there like this one. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Now I'm going to actually make my ribbon. So I want the tail a little long. 1, 2, 3. And so you'll have to watch, look at all the orange on my hand. You'll have to watch the bow. Oh, thanks. Hi, Terry. My husband was like, really, do you need Mickey ears? And I'm like, these are mini ears, and yes, I do. I got a really cute sweatshirt, too. My husband's like, you're like a kid in a candy store. I said, yep. It's Disneyland. You're supposed to be. All right, so I think I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to wrap it around, because why not? All right, and then we're going to come up and give ourselves the tail. So I need some glue dots. I have my ears on now, you guys. I'll show you in a minute. And these were so comfortable. I wore them the whole time. My daughter-in-law got 2 pairs of ears. My grandson got a little ear hat with his name on it, you know, like kids do. All right, so I think we can pull this one straight, come up and around, and see how this ribbon, okay, this bow is over here. So we're going to cup up and around, and we are going to come under here, and then under here, I've showed you guys this before. And then bring it over to the right. So we still have our bow. And then we can line this up. And it's going to line up kind of weird because we got to, and I don't think I've ever done it horizontal. I mean vertical, but we're going to try it. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, see, this doesn't line up with this, which kind of bothers me a little bit. So, but that's because this is on this side of the bow. This one's on this side. So we're going to fix it. Don't worry. We will fix it with a glue dot. All right. Hi, Felicia. All right. So I'm going to pull this up and put a glue dot right underneath it and kind of move it to the left a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to pull this one up and kind of put a glue dot to the right a little bit so they look like they align a little better than they do. And this is also going to keep this right here in there. See? Beautiful. See what I did? So I put a glue dot on both and I just kind of moved this ribbon to where I wanted it. And now it looks like it's straight. All right, and I'm going to leave that long. And then we are going to pop this up on here. I believe we should use dimensionals. So I did take a bunch of craft stuff with me camping, and now it's like, okay, where is everything? Oh, thank you. That is right, Olivia. It was so much fun. All right, so let's just add, and I'm also going to put my dimensional right here just so it stays where I want it. Not that it's really going to go anywhere. Oops. All right. Good enough. All right, now I'm not going to put, we don't need you to spend the night here with me. I'm not going to put sentiments on here, but I will eventually, but I'm not going to on video. But you can choose whatever sentiment you want. I'm probably going to choose something, you know, like I could take the Pear Pizzazz, punch out the same thing, or this, whatever, but I kind of like this. And then you punch out a Pear Pizzazz behind it. You know how that goes, and you put a sentiment on there. And really the DSP is the main focus. So I don't want to put too big of a sentiment. You could also cut out another one of these and pop it up, or just some leaves. I would probably take this and take your leaf with your Pear Pizzazz, and I would, where did my paper go? I would probably get this, stamp it off, and then stamp it on like that, and then add a little sentiment on top of that, and then put that on there. So that's probably what I would do with the green in the background, only because you have green here. I find that if you pull a color from here, like paper, like the pumpkin pie or the magenta madness, and put it behind, it just clashes. So keep it, you know, keep it simple when you're doing your colors. And I would do something like that, pop a green back there and add a sentiment. So I will post these, probably my blog post will probably post tomorrow, and I will post my finished product on there when I decide to add something, some sentiments. Okay, so this one, no, this is the one I'm going to cut, and so I have an idea. So what I'm going to do is, let's say that we really want this to go as far as we can get it to go. So I am going to cut probably a good 2 inches, but I want a little more leaf in it. So I think I'm going to cut like a 1/2 inch off the bottom, and that'll go on the inside of a card. So again, we're keeping all our little pieces here for the inside. I'm going to probably go to 2 inches, and now I'm thinking I should go the long way. Yeah, let's do this. We're going to go long way just to make sure we have enough, because I don't do this that much and I want to make sure I don't mess it up. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take, this is 4 by 5 1/4, and I am going to angle it. So I want to make sure I'm going to go corner to corner like that, and I'm going to glue that on there. All right, so let's do that. Let me get my silicone mat. I have to say, these Wednesday, oh, this is the one I cut, remember? I need a new one. But it still works perfectly fine. I have to say, I love these Wednesday videos. They're a lot of fun. It challenges me, which I'm really enjoying, and honestly, I don't have to prep for them, which really, really helps me out. Okay, especially bingo week. Okay, so we are going to go, like, I want it angled, but I want to show my leaf here too. So we're going to go this way. See how there's a lot of flower over here, and here there's a part of a flower, but you're still going to keep these, but there's a leaf here too. So what I want to do is I'm going to go right here. I'm going to go up higher. I want my corner to be on there, and I'm going to bring it down just a little bit, because I just really kind of want to show that to be my main focus. Right about there. Okay. We're going to do that, and then we're going to cut this off. So I want to get my larger scissors. Oh, thanks, Katie. You're very sweet. Oh, Cherry, you are right. Thanks, Carolyn. Ooh, that would really be pretty. Oh, I got glue. All right. So let's cut this. All right. So there's that. All right. So there is our card. Now this is like, I thought of this like right before I was doing my list for the video, and I said, if we do this, I want to put a larger sentiment on it, and I had one here. Let me see where it went. I had a larger sentiment, exactly what I wanted, so hold on one second. I've got like 5 projects going, so okay, so I thought, I am always needing birthday cards and thank you cards. So I thought with the ice cream set, I like these nice big sentiments. So I'm going to see if happy birthday or thank you. And I like them both, but I'm going to do happy birthday. And I have everything piled up on my drawer. All right, we're just going to put this down here. All right, and I want it to be black because I like the boldness of the black. And I need my matte and my black. All right, so let's do this. right, where's my scratch paper? We're going to just test it here. I haven't used this one for a little bit. Ah, perfect. All right, so just make sure it's nice and inked up. And again, I like to move my stamp around just to make sure it gets a good inking. And I'm just gonna, oh, my head's gonna, my ears just hit the light. So if it hits the camera, they're gonna bounce. And I'm just gonna put it right there. All right, woohoo, I like it. All right. Well, it's got to be the right sentiment, right? It's got to look right. It's got to be the right font. I just like all of that about it. Okay, I'm going to leave this happy birthday out just in case we use it again. Now what I want to do is I'm going to take, we're going to put it on this again, but because I like the green, I like it to pull out that green, but you know what I'm going to try? We're going to get rid of that green. Let me get into my drawer. All right, Mossy Meadow. Ooh, look how rich that looks. Yes, please. Okay. I like that. But this is the same size. Do I want it the same size? And I think I'm going to because I like the bigger green border. So I'm going to do that. So let's put this on first. I'm deciding because I have a plan. Let's put this on the green. And I'm going to put it right down the middle also because if you read in my description on my supplies, you're going to know that we're embossing this, okay? Okay, I feel like I'm a little over to the right, but I'm afraid to pull it up. Hold on, let me huff on it as I do it. Okay, so I'm huffing on it, and it comes up pretty nicely. So I'm going to pull it over just a little bit to the left. Okay, now it's, okay. Okay, I'm feeling better about that. All right, now we're going to pull in our machine, which you know how much I love to emboss or do this on top of my paper, but we're going to. All right, we are going to bring in the paint. Painted texture 3D, and we are going to put this on here. Okay. Got to add a little texture. There's a lot of white going on. And so I want to do something a little bit more. We're going to move this aside. And you're asking, what are we doing on the next two cards? I have no idea. No clue. Let's see how this came out. Look how pretty that is. And you can see all the texture in there. Make sure you always stamp first so that you have your texture. All right, and now we're gonna just, I think I am going to, we're going to glue this on. I'm going to glue it because it's got our embossing folder. You guys know I like to use this. All right, so there is our card. And now we need something. So let me see. What do we need? Ooh, you know what? Remember, if you follow me, you guys know I created these little, my little treasure chest here. All of these little bedazzling. I told you you'll see bedazzling through the rest of the year at least. I have a lot of it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we are going to pull out some of our bedazzling. And we'll take the stickers off the back and let's just see what we think. Okay, so here's a sticker. I don't think I want to put it in the middle. I think I'm just going to put one there, and then I'm going to go with a small one. A small bedazzle, which means I'm searching for it. Because I have a lot of small metallic gold, and I have bedazzles, I just have to find them. And maybe I'll do this later, not on screen, so I don't have to have you guys wait. But I was hoping I could find them. Well, I will search later because I can't find them, but I'll do another smaller one, but we'll just do large ones for now. Let's just do that. I think it'll just add some bedazzle. And I may end up not liking them and switch them out, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. I could put it in the small. I like that better. Let's do that. We'll put them in the small flower. Do you guys like them in the big flower? Oh, thanks, Gloria. It's, you know, I do a lot of, I don't know. I just like, okay, I don't know if this one has a, oh, it does, sticker. I don't know. Do you guys think that, yeah, maybe. Let's try it. We can always take them off. All right, what do you guys think? That's 4, I know, not 3, but there's only 4. There's 4 flowers. I like that. We'll leave that. Oh, don't throw that away. All right, what do you guys think? I know it's 4 flowers. That bothers me, but we'll just have to do what we have to do. If I can find a smaller one in here, I'll add it up here or something. But there is another card. So that's 2. Let's get rolling and we'll do, let's see, what do we have? What do we have? We still have this and this. Okay, we could fill up this card. You know, we could fill up this card base with like the little flowers. Let's try this. Let's try something. We're gonna try it. Why not? Let's try it. Because I don't know. It might work. These black outlines gotta be good for something, right? So let's put this on. And I can't find, oh, here's my other paper. Let's put this here. Oh, let's try this. Let's do our magenta and our orange, just like we did before, but we're going to do orange and magenta. And we're just going to stamp. And I'm going to find my baby white. Okay. And we're going to do orange here and here. Orange here and here. We don't want them too far apart, but we also don't want them super close together because this is just a background filling up paper. Well, this is easy to mix up, so think about what you're doing. Even though I'm cutting off a little edge of that. All right, so we're just kind of filling our paper up. Using our lines. Not bad. All right, good enough. Now let's see. Ugh. I'm thinking we should probably add, I think I'm just going to bring in the Pear Pizzazz by itself. No shading because we don't need to be here all day long. I keep saying that. Yeah, here we are. Oops, wait, we want the line. So we're going to put this one in and take this one. Want to see how dark it is? Yeah, there we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's just get them on there. Let's do 2. Just kind of fill them in a little bit. So just kind of making another quick little background just to kind of have something instead of all white. All right. Oh, my ears are hitting stuff again. Okay. This one needs one. Okay, and oops, let's just do one right here. Okay, that's good. So let's use that as a background. Let's use some green. Oh, let's use I always tend to lean to pink, so I'm not going to do the pink. Let's do the orange, but let's do, okay, what is this? This is a piece we already cut, so it's 5. So we're going to cut this also down to 5. So this one we'll cut to 5. By 3 3/4. So this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so let's try that. So see, this was a scrap piece that we had left from that other one. So we're going to put this over here, but that takes up half the card. So I want all this pretty flower over here. So we're going to cut this down. Let's see, if we go to 2, I'm going to do 1 3/4. Okay, 1 3/4. And then, oh, we need, if that's 1 3/4, let's do 1 7/8, I think is what I want. Yeah, and then this is going to be by 5, right? Okay, we're going to match it up. All right, so we're going to put this on here. All right, this is card number 3. And it might be too long on one side, and that's okay. We'll fix that. Okay, let's, nope. All right, there we go. Do we want it to the edge? Do we want to bring it in? I think we want it to the edge. And we're going to do something with, pop something on top of that. So don't worry. I'm going to put, I am going to put a ribbon around that. Just because we're on it. We'll do some kind of ribbon. So let's just do a little, let's do a double bow. We'll leave a little tail. Double bow. I love the crinkle ribbon. Now, if I had time, I would probably be coloring this magenta or something to just kind of make it pop. But we're just going to do it in white. So let's put this straight down, I think. Okay, now decide what I want to do. I'm probably going to put the sentiment there, and this has like a space right there, so I'm going to do it this way. All right. Now we'll pop this up on dimensionals. Why do I have such a hard time finding my dimensionals? Whenever it's a large panel, I like to at least, and it just depends. Sometimes I put them on the outside, sometimes I put them on the inside. But I just want to make sure that it has a little support in the middle. All right. All right, so there's that. And we're going to add the bow somewhere when I add the sentiment. And I don't know what the sentiment is. You'll have to check out back on my Facebook page. But we're going to put it on a card base. So we will do, and then of course I have these pieces that we're going to put on the inside for all the little scraps I have. These will go on the inside somehow. So we'll fix that. All right, so there's this one with our bow. We'll figure that out. Now look what I still have left over. I've done 3 cards. I still have 1 full quarter of a sheet. This one's cut down a little bit. And so we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do with these. So I'm thinking I really, really want to put this inside the time-worn type. Thanks, Bonnie. And just give it that really pretty. Okay, I'm going to do that on this one because what I want to do is I'm going to add I have such a great idea with this, but it's going to take forever. Okay, so what I would do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to add this on here. Let's just do this 3rd card because it's going to take just a bit. And I'm going to add my plate on here. And what I want to do with this one is I want to add gold to it. So I'll show you what I want to do. So we're going to put that there. My husband's going to be like, how long is this bingo night? Yeah, okay. Let's see. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to take our piece of paper that we had here, and I am just going to do something simple. I was going to do gold flakes, but I'm not going to. We're going to do it a little faster. So I'm going to take my Versamark. I'm going to bring my gold out here. Okay, I'm taking a block and I'm just putting it on my Versamark. And then I'm just going to kind of put it on my card. Okay, it's not fully on anything, but we're just going to add our gold embossing powder. And what I'm going to do, I won't do it now because it'll take all night, but I want to do some leaves, and I want to add, where's my tweezers? I'm going to add some leaves, and I want to add some twine and kind of put a little cluster on top. And so I will finish this up and then I'll post it. But I kind of wanted to just show you, by doing a background, you can really make your product go a long way. Okay, let me heat this up. But you can make your product go a long way, and then you could just keep creating a bunch of different things with just pieces of it. All right. My gun, you guys know, doesn't reach very far. I hope you guys are going to be able to see this. It's so pretty. Right. So what happened is the Versamark is just barely on top of the letters from the embossing. But it's just enough to add some gold sparkle all over the card. I mean, with the pattern of the paper, I mean, you really can't see the print of the font. but it's enough to add texture that you can definitely tell. So, I know it gets blurry when it gets close. I wish you guys could see it better. So it just adds enough. I mean, you already have texture from the embossing folder, but by adding the gold, it just really gives it a little more of a, I don't know, it's kind of an antique-ishy look. Now there's so much more you could do. I mean, you could take like crumb cake and you could add crumb cake on there and kind of really make it a little more antique-y looking, but there's that. So my thought for this, is after I clean this, is to add it on maybe a crumb cake base, and then, let's see, and then add some twine. Look how pretty that is. And we'll add some twine and we'll put it on our card base here. Hold on, I've got embossing powder everywhere. Okay, so we can add this on here. All right, I like to add it on the white. We could just add it on crumb cake, but all of a sudden I'm really into white card bases. Oh yeah, gatefold would be pretty. Yes, Debbie, I'm still here. It's a long, long night. Okay, so, let's see what this is. This one is 4. This one is 4. This isn't even 4 1/4. It's kind of weird size. All right, so we're gonna make this a 4. That's an odd size. By 5 1/4. Okay, and then we're gonna make this a 4 1/8 because I really don't want to cut that much off. There's a lot of flowers over there. We're gonna cut it this way, 4 1/8, to get a little bit of that space. Oh, wait. Oh, we're gonna go under 3 7/8. And we are going to cut this bottom part off and get the 5 1/4, 5 right here. No, 5 1/8. Okay, so we just cut everything down a little bit. 4 by 5 1/4, and then this one's 4 1/8 by, no, 5 1/8 by 4 3/4, I think. So, okay, now I'm losing my mind. 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. That's what it is. All right. So, what I'm going to do is we're going to glue this because it's embossed. Okay, I just had a reminder come up on my phone. I'm so excited, you guys. On Friday, my husband and I are finally going to go to a concert. We had 5 scheduled last year that we didn't get to go to. Thanks, Berlene. The wedding was amazing. Debbie. And so we have a concert finally on Friday, and so we're really excited about it. And we are going to see Luke Bryan. Wow, this was really cut weird, isn't it? What happened here? I think this paper is wonky. This paper is very wonky, so give me that. Something happened with that one. It could be the cutter. I'm just saying. Could have been me, for sure. All right, let's try this again. 4, which this seems a little crooked. So let's try this. Could have been one of my tired days when I was trimming paper. 4 by 5 1/4. Let's try that now. All right. Now I'm all crooked. Let me move this so I can see. All right, so my thought is to, oh, my ears keep getting stuck on the light, is to, with this, to add some twine, take a leaf, there we go, get a leaf and kind of make a cluster on here with some ribbon, and I should just do it. Okay, let's just do it. Why not? If you guys have to go, I get it, but I really want to finish this card. So we'll finish this card. We've already got 3, right? 1, 2, 3, yes. All right, so the 4th one's going to be a little crazy. Let me find the scratch paper. Oh, so I have 2 tag sets left. So from that bingo, I had 2 people. That's kind of why I mentioned earlier that I'm going to kind of put a deadline on my bingos, because, and then I'll make extra. So if there's any left over, even day of bingo, that's fine. Or at least tell me you're going to pay later, that's fine. It's just getting the paper count is helpful, so I can have it ready and get it out to you guys. But I have 2 tags, so if you are interested in my tag bingo that I did last time, you can go to my blog and look under shop and purchase September's bingo, and make sure you go and fill out the, oh, I don't know if the information's there, but just make sure you get me your information to mail it to you. I'll see that you paid. So, but there are only 2, so. All right, and we want 2 flowers, I think. I don't know, maybe 1. Yeah, let's do 1, because we're going to do a fluffy ribbon. All right, so here we go. I think, what do you guys think? Pumpkin pie or magenta madness ribbon? I think magenta might be a little crazy because you see a lot of pumpkin, but I'm kind of thinking. All right, so no dies, right? Here we go. And I don't know what sentiment yet. I have labels cut out, so we'll just go along with something. Maybe we'll do with the same one as we were going to do on the other one. I know I'm getting carried away now. These are supposed to be quick. You know, I mentioned that I like these videos because there's no prep time or anything, but you know how sometimes you just get the mojo and you're just going along and things work out, and then other times you're like, oh, I think I'll just do some backgrounds today or do some coloring, or because it's just not there. But I haven't crafted in a week. I'm so excited to be in here. I have some major projects I'm working on, so this is kind of fun to get away and do something crazy. Pumpkin, okay, I'm kind of agreeing. We'll try pumpkin. All right. All right, so I'm fussy cutting these. Nothing super special, that's for sure. I'm trying to hurry. My grandson's so cute. Every day when I pick him up, he's like, I want to stay home with my mommy. And then when we come over here, he has such a good time, and he's like, I don't have to go home yet. I'm going to play over here. But he's so good. Give him a little truck and It'll keep him busy all day. Give him an excavator and he won't even talk to you. He's all happy with his equipment. All right, getting our leaf done. Almost done. I'm hurrying. I know you guys are like, I need to go to bed. So, especially stamp sets that don't have DSP. This is so much fun. And you can find, like, I got from the gorgeous leaves, I found the other thing. Okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Where's my punch? I'm using Label Me Lovely. Now remember, some of these things are not listed. I'm going to need, let's see, are not listed because I have no clue what I was going to use. I just have some ideas. This is going with the other card. And so when you see that, you know, things aren't listed, that's why, because I have no idea. I think I'm going to turn this into, I'm looking at sentiments I have around me. What do I want to use? I think I'm going to use just a thank you. So we're going to use this one from the Sweet Ice Cream set because it's right here. And, oh, let's see. Let's see if this will fit. It's going to be very, very close, but we're going to go for it. Why not? Why not? Oh, good, Tashana. All right, so I need a bigger one. Where did my block go? Just use this one. Ooh, tomorrow I'm going to have a mess in here because I'm not doing this. I'm not going to clean tonight, which is why I'm trying to clean up my stamps a little bit as I go. All right, let's do black. Oh, wait. I want to do the leaf again, like I showed earlier. 1, 2, and 3. How pretty that is. All right. All right. Okay, close enough. It will work. And we're going to do our leaf and our flower. We'll get that to work. And we're going to have this. Okay, and then what I like to do is fold them and put them up, and then I just take off these weird corners that may poke out. Okay, so I like to do that. All right, so we're going to take this, and you guys know this trick. You take the solid color in the background and you cut it, right? And then you just bring it out so you can add it on here. All right, so we'll set that aside to dry. All right, now we're gonna work on our ribbon. And there's some ribbon. And I think we're gonna go all the way around. So let's do a big bow, because you know how I like bows. And this crinkle ribbon is amazing. So we're gonna, oops. This isn't my ribbon, these aren't my ribbon scissors, so they're not gonna cut so pretty. All right. Yeah, so if you, Deanie, all you do is cut it and then cut those so that they don't poke out, but just kind of put your fingers like that, make sure that, you know, they're flush. And if they're not, like this right here is just a tad off, you could just snip that right off and then it looks just fine. So we'll let that dry. And now we're going to get our pumpkin. I think I'm going to do the light one. Let's see what the light one looks like. And I'm going to pull in my full mat. And I'm going to show you guys all the cards that we made, in case you're checking in late. But we're going to color our ribbon. Let's try the light and see what it looks like. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. So let's take our Stampin' Blend, and alcohol dries super fast, so just put it on a piece of paper and just keep going along. And it'll dry really fast. Now, if there's a little bit of white on the back side or you missed a little spot, to me, unless it's a big spot, it's not that big of a deal. This is shiny. The ribbon's kind of shiny, so you can definitely see the white if you missed it, but just kind of, you know, double check it. Make sure it looks okay for you, and ta-da! There we go. So the blends, this is a wonderful idea, is using them to color ribbon, and the crinkle ribbon is amazing for that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is, I have some of this twine left over, so we're going to use it. All right, I'm going to do a bow right now, just a double bow. Shh, my doggy. And I'm going to create this bow now, and then we will add it in with the rest of the ribbon when it's bow tying time. All right. Now the other thing you could do is you could take the pale papaya and use that. You could use, and you could color the pumpkin right on top of it. That's what I did with one of my classes. And let's see. It's crumb cake. Oops. Oh, this is Pear Pizzazz. Pear Pizzazz is behind the back. And I could have done the crumb cake, but I have a feeling that's not going to pop out enough. And so that's why I decided to do this one. It's just, and I normally don't like to change the colors as I mentioned earlier. But because this is so subdued, I wanted something to make the sentiment kind of pop a little bit. I'm also going to add some of this gold, because why not? I am going to just cut this at an angle, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in a minute. All right, so let's take that. Let's do our ribbon like we do. 2, 3. Make sure we have enough. And you guys have seen my ribbon videos. If not, there is a video on how to do bows. So make sure you go check that out. All right, so this is going to go here. Let's make sure it's kind of short, but that's okay. We're going to have other stuff in there. Okay, so you see I didn't tie it tight yet, right? We're going to take our bow, our crumb cake twine, and bring it through. If my camera keeps wiggling, it's because I keep hitting it with my ears. All right, we're going to tighten that up a little bit, but now we're going to flip it over and we're going to add our gold in it. So we're going to put our gold through the back. I just took my fingers out of the loops, which I shouldn't have done, so I'll show you how to fix that. Okay, let's take this out. Darn it. All right, we want this to go through. Come on. Can't believe this video is going this long. I should have, oh well, you know. It's Tashana's fault. That's what I'm going to say. Tashana said keep going. All right, so. Okay, so you want to just put that on the back, and then we put the other one on the front. I'm going to put my finger back through the hoops because I let them go. All three. Make sure you have all three, and have all three up here, and then pull your ribbon. This one, and then pull it tight. Okay. All right, so there is our ribbon, our bow, like this. Okay, we just kind of added a bunch of different little loops, and we added twine, we added some gold in the back, and I'll show you what we're going to do with the gold now. You can pull the gold through. Okay, it doesn't look, I tied it too tight, so that's fine. I'm going to kind of make them a little even on the sides. Okay, so I'm going to cut this one without my, these are my bad scissors. Let me get my good scissors. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take your gold. I know, now I'm getting carried away. And you're going to cut it in half. Okay, and cut it all the way down to where you just leave a little bit left. Okay, so come on this side, do the same thing, cut it down. Make sure you're only cutting the gold. Okay, now watch this. You're going to pull your gold away. Okay, pull your gold, and you're going to have all this fuzz over here. Keep pulling your gold. On the one side, all of this fuzz will just go away. Okay, see how you've got all that now? Now, Tanya, you're funny. Okay, now this one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to pull them all away, and you can take like your pokey tool. This one side's a little stronger than the other side, okay? So just get your pieces going. All right. And then just keep pulling your gold apart. And then on the other side, you're going to end up with this piece here that I just kind of go all the way down as far as I can. You don't want to go, you want to keep the middle solid so your gold pieces stay together. And then just cut that off. So that's on one side. Okay, so now you have this pretty gold on there. And do the same thing with the other side. You're going to pull one side apart. This is going to be the stronger one, so you can tell immediately when you start pulling. So just pull all your gold outward. Just keep pulling it. And you'll get all your gold pieces out. And then, like I said, on this one, you're going to have this little fuzzy thing. Just snip that off. And then on the other one, I hope you guys can see this. Hi, Laura. Yes, we're still alive. And then you just pull this, and all this fuzz will start to come off. You can just pull all your gold over, and then all this last part you can just, okay, so then you have this cute little, you've got some gold, you've got your crumb cake twine. There we go. All right, so there you've got a little bit of everything on there. We're going to put this on with a glue dot. Watch my ribbon video, and then you'll see how to tie it up, and you pull it and it tightens really, really well. Can someone tell me where to get locking tweezers? Gloria, mine lock, but these are a dental instrument because I used to work at a dental office, and these were old, and they've been sterilized, don't you worry. But yeah, these are the only ones I have. So I'm sure you can get some. I think, yes, Tashana's correct. I think Amazon has some. Okay, so now we're going to take this. We're just going to kind of put this. I want to keep all my pretty stuff right here. So I'm just going to, oh, remember one of them was longer anyway. So I'm going to cut a little bit here. I do it like a haircut. You don't want to get too crazy. You don't want a big old blunt cut, right? Okay. So we just have a little bit of everything on here. We're just going to stick I'm going to do one more glue dot because I keep sticking my fingers on this one. All right, we're just going to put this like kind of sideways. And then you can fluff it and fix it and everything. We're going to take this and go around. All right. We're going to go up and under, kind of like I do my other bow, up and under. Make sure you're just pulling on this one and not all your gold and everything. Kind of move that out, kind of tug it, and then I take another glue dot. You want to make sure that this is tugging all the way under your ribbon right here. And then I just put it right here just to make sure that it stays. Wow. Okay. All right, and then we're going to cut this one just a little bit. We're going to cut this one because it looks funky the way it was cut. Okay. And now we're going to take our sentiment and we're just going to snuggle it in there. I'm going to put, I am going to put a piece of my adhesive tape, my adhesive foam, just because I like how thick it is. It's going to hold our two pieces on really nicely, and I'm really loving this stuff. All right, we're going to put that on like that. Lift up all your pretties. We're just going to, I don't really want to cover that whole bow up, so I'm going to kind of go up here, like in between. And they're going to be able to tell it says thank you. Just tuck your stuff under. It's going to kind of wisp around it. You can pull this up if you want, you know, make it how you want it. And fix all that when you're done. Now we're going to take our leaves and our flower. I'm going to take this and just kind of squish it in the middle. And I'm going to fold these like this. We're almost done. Okay, we're just sliding this mess over. All right, we are going to do dimensionals on the back of the flower. And I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do this like this down here because we need our thank you to show, right? So we're just going to take this under the dimensional, kind of at the bottom, and we're going to slide it like up under, but next to the sentiment. Okay, so that it's not, so that dimensional is not on top of this. And then we're going to take our flower and just kind of snuggle it like right there. And then, like I said, you can fix this however you want it so you can see the sentiment, however you want to do it. I just like that it has all these wispies. And then what I'm going to do is reach into here again. I know, are you guys still here? And I'm going to pull out one of these little bedazzling things my hubby made for me and put it right in the middle there. And you could take more of these. I mean, this card has a lot, but I like the little flowers. And we could add more on here, but I'm not going to. I like just the one. We could, I'm going to add that there because I can pull it out later. All right, and our white card base. Okay. We could add gold. Where am I going to do? I'll do this. We could add, oh geez, of course. This one's almost out too. All right. So this is kind of how I start crafting, as I start going and then I come up with an idea and then I keep going and then I'm like, oh, I could do this, I could add this, I could do this, and then I get myself in trouble and I'm in here all night long. And oh, I just want to fix my bow, but I think this part goes to the top. Yeah, there we go. And so you can just kind of keep playing with your bow however you want. It doesn't have to be perfect. They can see it says thank you, but you could tuck it if you want and then just leave that out. So there is the last card. And we still have this larger piece that I could create something else with. And so for you that just joined and didn't see the first few cards, here are all of our cards that we did. Okay, so that's our extra piece. That was our last card. Wow, my desk is a little crazy. Okay, so the first card we created was this one, and we're going to put a sentiment on it. And again, we can cut that off and do our tag like that one. And we can add something really cute on that. And that would be one. I'm going to have to go back and see your guys' comments because I can't read them all. And then our second one, I think, was this one. I love this one. No bows. It's super simple. You just add, and of course I didn't do any of the insides yet, but we do have all of our little pieces over here that will, you guys know how I like to add all those into the insides of the card. So I have all my little pieces over here that I'll be adding. And then our other card that we did is we finally did use the lines to the stamp set, and we will put a nice sentiment on. I added a little bow. We'll just add a bow, you know, put the sentiment probably right about there, and just something, I popped it up. So just something nice and simple and sweet. Could be a nice little sympathy card or something like this one here says sending heartfelt sympathy. This one might be a nice sympathy card. So this is really a great, and I didn't really mean it to be like a one sheet wonder kind of thing, but I'm not a big one sheet wonder. I don't like to just put little strips and pieces all over. I'm more of a let's show all the colorful stuff. Let's see, she has an under the bow business, so I'm not sure. Thanks, you guys. I'm not sure who you were talking about with the under the bow thing. Oh, Bonnie, I know you are up late watching. Thank you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun and way longer than I expected. So thanks for staying with me. I wanted to tell you a couple quick things. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Mary. Thanks. Hi, Mindy. Oh, you are welcome. You know, it's really hard to decide on how long to make your videos because some people say, oh, if you make them too long, people will leave. And I understand that. People have things to do. Oh, thanks. These were from my Disneyland trip. So a lot of people think, you know, oh, you can't do more than 20 minutes. Well, that will never happen in my lifetime because my videos are way longer than that. But, and some people say, oh, don't make them too long. As long as I'm learning something or can't wait to see what the end product is or whatever, I'm all for watching long videos. So I'm kind of doing what I would like myself. And so I appreciate it when you guys let me know that you are interested in watching what I'm doing, and if you're learning or, you know, whatever. I really do appreciate that a lot. That helps me kind of decide, you know, do I keep going? Do I not? Do I stop? Do I keep going? And then I think you guys can always come back and watch it. I know that. Oh, yeah, I will read them later. Oh, Debbie, I'm a chatterbox too. Don't you worry. So anyway, I just really wanted to share and thank you so much. I think it was Katie that asked me to do the background stamping. So I hope you enjoyed it and learned a lot. I still have another full quarter sheet to play with. So I will try tomorrow. I have a hair appointment. Woohoo! To finish these cards all up. I will take pictures of them and get them put up on my blog. So when you see the blog post, I will post tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. On Friday, you'll get a notification of the blog update. And, oh, you're welcome. And then you can buy Tashana. Thanks for staying up with us. And then you can see them all and how I finished them. So I really thought this one was really cute. I just had to finish it, and I wish you could see it in person. Maybe you could see better here, all the little gold sparkle on there. It just kind of adds a lot. I mean, the foil would be really pretty too. This was embossing powder, and that's how I did it because it was faster. And so I wanted you guys to kind of see how fun that was to just create something a little bit different. And to color your ribbon. And so there was a lot of techniques we did today. Don't forget, bingo is on Tuesday. I'd love for you guys to join me. You can go to my blog, marciebeseckerdesigns, and join there. Also, I will be doing a bingo in November. We're going to be using Eden's Garden. It is available to customers on November 2nd. If you are interested in purchasing that, I would love for you to purchase it through me, and that there is also, when you go into the shop to sign up for November bingo, there's just bingo, and then there's bingo plus the bundle. And I did just make it the bundle because we didn't have the gems available, but now they are. If you choose to do the whole collection, let me know and I'll give you the price difference and get the whole bundle for you. Or you can order it directly from me and it will be shipped directly to you, and that's fine too. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys had a good time. Thank you so much. Yes, a thumbs up would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. I will see you on Sunday. I have no idea what I'm doing yet, but it will be fun. Oh, good, Debbie. Yes, I will be Sunday at noon. I will see you then. I am leaving again on vacation, but not until October 23rd, which is the week of my birthday. So I'm going to a birthday retreat with my upline because it's her birthday also. And we decided to get together and craft for a week. So I'm excited about that. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Don't forget to check my updates and all that good stuff. Again, I have 2 tag sets left from the last bingo. So if you're interested, hop on over to my blog and you can purchase them from there. If you have any questions, let me know. Have a great rest of your week. I'll see you Sunday. Bye.